Good morning, I hope you're keeping really well. Today I'm doing one of these at-home makeup school videos again, and today's is going to be all about different eyeliner and eyebrow products. So if you want to press pause, go and grab whatever you've got at home and we'll just have a little play together. I've got a few different types of both, so I'm going to start with eyeliners perhaps, and just whatever matches what you're using, let's go for it. But I thought I'd talk through a few different styles of liner. So first of all, before I apply anything, I wanted to show you this kind of peachy liner. This one happens to be from Pixi. I really love Pixi for liners because I think they're really creamy and they just glide on without anything being scratchy or horrible. So see this kind of peachy, fleshy colour? This is really great if you've got red on the waterline or your eyes feel tired or you want to look a bit more awake. This kind of colour is going to work wonders. It just detracts from that redness and really makes the whites of the eyes pop. It's also really pretty if you've got a darker shadow shape and you just want something to brighten and widen the eyes and you still want to go for that smoky eye. So anything peachy, go for the tired mornings. But I'm going to do something a bit more kind of smoky. I want to show you, again, I'm going to go with a really creamy silky Pixi liner. This is Endless Silky Eye Pen in the Black Noir, but go for whatever you've got at home. I personally always like to use a really creamy liner. I mean, look how creamy that is. It's almost like a gel in a pencil form. And I find that these are so much easier to apply, especially if you're a bit ticklish in any way. Now, the tip I want to tell you, I'm not going to be able to do because I'm wearing contact lenses, but the best thing you can do for lining that waterline is hold the liner on there, drag it along and close your eyes and it'll do the top and bottom at the same time. I'm going to do a very soft version of that. Oh gosh, I've already made a mistake. Here we go. That's okay. Look how creamy that is though. You can literally just buff it out and it actually kind of adds to the smokiness. But if you just press and rub that along, it will do the tops and bottoms. For me, because I wear contact lenses, that will now press on the lens a bit, which is a bit frustrating. If you wear lenses, I know this is a bit of a pain, but it's literally a case of lift the top and bottom to get in there without disrupting your lenses. Now, as we're all at home and we've got a bit more time to practice and make these mistakes, I'd just recommend if you're ticklish, do it every night until it doesn't feel as tickly, and you will, I promise you, you will get over the tickles. Now, I used a black there. Personally, I'm going to show you the same Pixi liner but in a brown. I love using a brown. I just think it gives you all the depth and definition without any of that harshness. Get your liner really sharp. I always have a liner, a sharpener to hand. There's no point trying to do a lovely liner with a blunt thing. Just keep your sharpener somewhere where you can see it at all times and do it fresh each time, and it takes all the hard work out for you. And I know that sounds really obvious, but I feel like it's things like sharpening your pencils and washing your brushes that make all the difference. With your pencils, I would do tiny little, what's the word I'm looking for, strokes, and just do them gently, bit by bit, and build up that shape. And I tend to go back on myself, out in the direction of the flick as opposed to going in. I mean, in terms of where I'm swiping the product, I'm aware that I'm literally going in and I'm going, I never go in. I mean, I press outwards when I'm applying it. Isn't it funny when you know what you mean in your own head, but something completely different comes out? That's me at the hairdressers. I just always take pictures now because my idea of what's in my head is never what I've told the hairdresser. So there you go. Personally, I think If I had to choose, I prefer really creamy pencils for liner, and I'll tell you why. You can use it on your waterline, you can use it for your flick, and it's just very easy to go for. Now, just to show you, I'm giving this a little wipe on my t-shirt in case it's not spotlessly clean, because I use this all the time. I want to show you, this is Squid from MAC. These little clicky uppy ones, I mean, you can see here, there's not even anything left to click. These are really good, very creamy as well, for a really, really close to the lash line. So see how mine's quite thick there? If you wanted something that bit smaller that you can really tickle into those lashes, this is going to be fab. As you can see as well, I leave the eye open when I'm doing my eyeliner. For me, that is just the easiest way to do it. I've done 5 minutes already. I need to speed things up. Okay, gel liner. If you've got any fine little lines, you may prefer to use a gel liner. I'm going to show you 2 different brushes here. This is a 266 from MAC, which is great for liner or brows. This is the Ultra Precise Eyeliner brush from Bobbi, which is one of my preferred brushes for eyeliner. Lots of people suggest these slanted brushes for eyeliner. If that works for you, brilliant. I feel like that's a bit of a myth, personally, and I think that's a bit harder to navigate for your liner than something pointy, because something pointy, which I'm going to show you with a bit of Bobbi black ink. I'm going to take some of this out and onto the back of my hand and pick it up from here. Personally, I would always do that. I've always got that makeup artist head on anyway, but even for you, you know, let's just say, heaven forbid, if you got like a little eye infection or something, you know that your brush hasn't gone into your part and it's always nice and clean. So sorry, did I make my initial point or did I go off on a tangent? I can't quite remember at this point. This is great for any little fine lines, because the gel, you can't really talk when you're doing your eyeliner. The gel just kind of presses onto the eye as opposed to spilling into any lines. So for me, if you're looking for an easy liner suggestion, the gels are fab. You can also multi-use the gels on your tight line, which is that top inner line of the eye. Now, am I going to match these up? We'll soon see. A little note on matching them up. I don't believe anyone can do it perfectly, so just don't stress yourself out. We all do it, and just keep tweaking until they're even. And again, that's a really good one to practice before bed. Also, for those outer corners, I would always attempt them when there's hardly anything left on your brush. Then if you've made any mistakes, they're soft enough to kind of smush out. I'm going to take some more of this and I'm going to press that on that inner waterline as well. Really great. Great for getting into in between all of those lashes and just giving you a nice clean finish. So there is those. Liner wise, again, that's lovely in a brown. Get something that's a dark brown. You can barely even tell that's not black, but it just takes the edge off. And if you look at those two, the shape is the same. Personal preference, I would always veer towards this one because it's a bit softer. Another quick brush I wanted to show you. Something like this is really great to pack on a bit of shadow and smudge out that line. Oh, here we go. I knew there was a line I haven't showed you. And then if you want to go in with your classic pens, I would always keep the eye open and do it that way. The classic pens are brilliant. They're quick, they're fab. The flick is kind of built in for you. I really do rate those too, but I think ease-wise, these are the easiest options to nail your liners. So I'm going to quickly put some mascara on, and then I'll have to show you brows in 5 minutes. My gosh, I didn't realise that was going to take me so long. While I'm doing this, I'll just tell you, I'm so excited. We're doing a pub quiz today on Zoom. Literally cannot wait. I shaved my legs, did a tan, did my nails fresh. I cannot wait. I'm literally just doing a bit of exercise after this, which is why I'm in my comfies. But yeah, really looking forward to that. If you're in a bit of a slump or you want to feel like a bit of a weekend treat, I'd recommend whatever you would be doing to prep for the weekend, just do it anyway. Because I woke up this morning absolutely buzzing for my quiz and full of beans, because I knew when I had my tan on, I was going on my little night, even though my little night is on the computer. Okay, I'm going to very quickly go into brows. A few different options for your brows. You've got your traditional brow powders. This kit from Collection is great because you've got a gradient of shades, which is good to do a fluffy inner corner and get deeper as we go along. The Collection Clear Brow Gel is one of the best products you will ever get, and it's really cheap. So I'd thoroughly recommend that if you just want something slick and groomed. I'm just going to show you, if you're doing your brows, personally, I would recommend an angled brush like this one. Or if you want something fluffier, something nice and thin but a bit smudgier like this is going to be great for you. I'm going to show you first of all with your fluffy brush and your powder that for a really natural finish, you want to focus on the centre of that brow to barely look like you've got any product through it. When there's hardly anything left, you can tickle those inner corners to bring out that hair. If you want something a bit firmer, pay attention to that bottom line and get it nice and sharp looking, and that will give you a really polished brow finish. I personally try and avoid anything too harsh on the top line of that brow, because that's where I feel like it starts to look a bit more artificial. But if you want something really polished, line that top half and it's going to look fab. So that's your kind of soft, fluffy, go along with that angled brush and push up for the softer areas. Then I've got a little friend joining me here. I think you'll hear her in a minute. If you wanted something a bit more like natural hair, you might prefer one of these felt type products. This is the Glossier brow flick. I used it in a tutorial the other day. You can literally draw on little hairs to enhance what's already there. That's really good if you want a natural. Let's be honest, I have messed that up a bit. That's okay. That's where my next product is going to come in. But that is good. It does look like hair, doesn't it? It's just that to be honest, I was a bit distracted there by the cat. I can hear her. I don't know if you can hear a little pause. That went well, didn't it? Go on then. Good girl. Well, I've only got 1 minute left now. You have a play with that. I don't feel like I've got enough time to finish my video and really go into that. 2 options for sealing them in. Clear brow gel. I've really got the giggles now. Clear brow gel is going to be great to give you that kind of hold and shape. If you want something that is quick and going to give you hold and shape and colour, go for a tinted gel. I nearly sneezed then as well. It's all going on, isn't it? And that gives you a really like hairy brow finish if that's what you're looking for, which is definitely what we've achieved. on that side. Okay, well, I hope you learned something new. I'm going to go see what the cat wants and have a lovely day. I'll speak to you in a bit.